who is Durand Bernarr? How you get started? How did it lead you to the world of R&B? Give us some background on who you are, how we got here.
Well, I am a Cleveland, Ohio native, 93rd and St. Clair specifically.
Midwest.
Yeah, and I'm the product of two musicians. One happens to be a teacher.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they just invested in me.
Yeah.
Music took me serious before I took it serious because I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I just knew what I was good at. So once I got a chance to get on the road with Earth, Wind & Fire as a production assistant when I was 16 with my dad, I was like, oh, okay, I think he asked me at the end of the tour, he's like, is this what you want to do? I said, yes. And now, almost 20 years later, I'm wondering if I really knew what I meant when I said yes.
That's
Do you think
crazy.
being homeschooled played any part in your trajectory?
Let me tell you something about being homeschooled.
Because I'm like, what do you would get to learn whatever you want in
Let me
homeschool.
tell you about being homeschooled because there were people who used to downplay
of course.
Being homeschooled, saying that, homeschool kids are weird, they're awkward.
Yeah.
When there are plenty of children that are in public schools and high
That
school and all that
weird
stuff
and
that are
awkward.
weird and
Yes,
awkward. So let's
very.
not even play that game. It's my learning environment and every tier of my education being custom made for who I was. And because my mom is not only a teacher, but she's a music teacher.
Right.
All of the music was implemented in the lessons somewhere or another. So if it was learning jingles to, learn the months of the year or the days of the week or how to
Right.
spell something, she made it to where I could remember it.
Right.
So
I was just telling T how I feel like when we met the first time at our R&B Only Fest in Atlanta, I was telling you, I was a teacher at the time, and I was talking to you about how I wanted to transition out of teaching into basically what I'm doing now. But we were just talking about a couple of weeks ago how, like, when I was teaching, I did the days of the week to the Addams Family song. Like their jingle. Yeah,
Music makes you remember stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah,
Shout out to your mama.
So just having that and of course I had FOMO. There were areas of FOMO where I would have. But then I also think about, like, there would be mornings where I would get up and it would be like the middle of winter and I would get out and I look out the window and I see kids standing on the
Right, you
corner
from the
in the
Midwest.
snow, waiting on the
Hell
bus
no.
in these uniforms, or some of the girls had skirts on, and I was like, ooh, not me, baby. And I'm in my 3X shirt, like, no, class don't start till 11 anyway, sorry. So having that experience really helped raise a critical thinker. My mother never told me because I said so, or you got McDonald's money. It was, if I asked a question, I was given an answer.
Right.
So there was just a different level of guiding and teaching versus being raised. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
That's love.
It definitely shows, for sure. Because I can hear every influence you talk about. I know you said Lil Richard, Rick James. There was another one in there. I hear it all.
Bugs
when
Bunny.
you sing.
Cat
Literally, I
Williams,
hear everything in you.
Jim
like
Carrey.
your personality, the way you are on social media. I think I found out about you. Didn't even know you could sing. I was watching Instagram. This is before TikTok, when Instagram had first got videos. Before the pandemic, it was a Sunday.
Yeah.
You were smoking in your car. You like, it's Sunday, so I got to play gospel. And whatever you said made me laugh. I was like, follow. Went to your page. I'm like, oh, damn, this voice. I had no
Brought
idea.
it
I
down.
followed you because you were funny, the personality. So
Yes.
how do you incorporate that into your music? How does it influence what you do?
Oh gosh, I think at heart, like, I'm a comedian.
You are.
Yeah. There
You
are
could
a lot of
do a
that.
stand-up for sure.
And both my parents are funny. Like,
Okay.
especially when they're together.
Yeah.
Like, that's the sweet spot when you can get all three of us in one room. I think it was I was trying to figure out what is going to set me apart. Because there's a lot of folks that can sing circles around me. There's a lot of folks that can dance, and whatnot. But it's about what you bring to it.
Right.
So one of the things that I am glad that I thought to do was incorporate my personality into the music.
Yeah.
So there's not too much of a differentiation from, like, when I'm speaking versus when you hear the music. It's like it's a conversation that I'm having with you. And I think people connect to that because there's a sense of we're having a conversation versus, I'm driving my Bugatti or I'm on a private jet. It's just like,
unrelatable.
Yeah.
Very true. I get that.
For someone who is hearing about you for the first time, what would you say are like your go-to 3 go-to Durand Bernarr songs.
Okay. I was just
know
going to say,
mine
just watch
are-
Tiny Desk and just let that speak for
That's
itself.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
For
honestly,
sure.
because it also brings a visual. But if we're just
Right.
going strictly off songs, I would have them listen to Stuck, because that's an immediate earworm.
That was the first one that I heard.
I would also have them listen to Mango Butter, because it's an instant earworm.
Yep.
And Free Fall with Kate Renata.
Kate Renata, yep.
It's just, it feels good. It's very airy. It's just, yeah.
There's also that Knowledge. Has that
yes,
mind
Mind in
my
I would have added
Yes.
I would have added intermission to that too.
Listen, you just
Intermission,
That's my song.
It's
No,
such a,
I don't know. It's a deep cut for me, but I feel like if you want to really know who you are, it's like listen to this one right here.
I gotta refill my cocktail. You want to get popcorn instead? I gotta make a run to the powder room. The first martini ran right on through.
I love
Goodness
that.
gracious.
You know, it's just, I'm painting the picture
Exactly.
for you.
It's like that's one of those songs where like I can hear and see exactly what you're saying. Like I love when you do that with your music.
I'm grateful. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Speaking of Tiny Desk though, let's talk about fashion and looks and what that means to you and how you express yourself artistically outside of your music. How much does that mean to you and how important is that for you?
One thing that my friend Queen Herbie brought to my attention when we were doing the video for Self-Aware was, let's play dress up. Like, literally, let's have fun with the clothing. And as a kid, I was not able to participate in Halloween because Sherlyn was not having that. It was giving Hallelujah night.
Yeah, same over here.
So as an adult, because I'm in touch with my inner child, I let him drive certain things. So if we're getting dressed up, like on the tour, and I wanted to dress up as different characters, we had Uncle Bobby for Tiny Desk. We had Carmen Sandiego. We had Beetlejuice. We had The Mask. You know, all these different things we can incorporate. I think I also want people to really not get so caught up in being an adult all the time that you forget to have fun.
Right.
That you forget to genuinely enjoy yourself and find joy in the little things.
Yeah.
Like, I will swing on some swings in a heartbeat. Don't play with me.
Same. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It does something to your inner child. It just makes you
Yes.
feel good and makes you
Yeah.
have joy again in the little things.
Shaheem, a black therapist that I follow on TikTok, he had mentioned that, hey Raheem. So he had mentioned that he looks at his inner child as his child. So when you have that kind of mindset for that, you don't ignore your inner child. You listen, you adhere. If something makes you feel off, like it's,
You gotta nurture
you're
your
there.
inner child.
You're there advocating for that version of you that maybe didn't get a chance to get advocated for in the areas that you needed at that time.
Wow, we could.
What does walking in your purpose mean or look like to you?
To me, what's interesting is I don't feel that I actually have a purpose. I feel that me just being is enough. Me having just access to support and love and the people around me, like, that is purposeful. It has value. When I think about purpose, it's almost like I have to achieve something in order to feel value within my life.
I get that.
And I think just having people around me that hold me accountable, that embrace me, not accept. I'm so tired of that word. Because acceptance means it requires permission. And I don't need permission to be myself, goddammit.
Deep on this episode. I'm loving this, okay?
So
Heal me.
to put yourself in environments where all you have to do is just be yourself, and then the people around you will inspire you to enhance that or to be better. That's so not a purpose. I'm being right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
deep.
that. And we hate the word accept. Because,
Yeah, no.
You know what? Take it out the
embrace
vocabulary
me.
right now.
Embrace me.
We're going to take
Talk
it out
about
the
acceptance.
vocabulary
Yeah.
right now.
R&B only.